Hey guys. So today we're listening to the entirety of Nine Souls in order. I am actually extremely excited about this, to be honest. It's going to be a pretty long stream. So I want to make sure that, we kind of keep going. I probably won't stop and talk a lot during the songs that I'm not actually breaking down, which there's 5 tracks later on in the night, in the evening, just because there's so much. But I tell you honestly, I've been really looking forward to this. And I'm extremely excited because Nine Souls is gorgeous. And I have played up to the first boss, I think. But yeah, this one's definitely on my radar. Thank you so much to Kelly Torteo for asking for this soundtrack and supporting over on the Patreon. Of course, this is that very high tier that folks can suggest songs and full OST listens. Let's just get started. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be mostly a chillin' vibe with some breaking down, but mostly for me because I'm really excited about this, and I'm very, very excited about this. I probably won't do a ton of talking. Okay, here we go. Awakening. So cool. Ideally, no spoiler discussion, just because I also would like to play it, if possible. But it's okay. It is what it is. Maybe we keep it sort of loose, if possible. If you want to talk about spoilers, can you do it in a way without like saying this? Can we keep it a little bit broad? That'd be amazing. It's been on my forever playlist, and I really genuinely, after beating Sekiro, I really want to get back into it. So I think the whole soundtrack is really good, to be honest. Wow. Yeah, played up to the first boss. Pastel, it depends on the game. Not quit, just paused. Quit's a bit too extreme, but yeah, I just paused because I got distracted by life. It depends. Sometimes I listen to OSTs first, sometimes I listen to them after. Most of the Studio Ghibli games, movies, I've listened to the soundtrack before. I find both can be incredibly rewarding and enjoyable. Am I going to play Deltarune? Probably not. The copyright's a little rough for Deltarune. There's just too much other stuff right now as well. Love, love, love the sense of space in that track. This is the game with the fox. This must be the celebration sequence. Yeah, festival, yep. Yep. Is this like a sci-fi China? Towel punk. I love that immensely. So gorgeous. All right, 5. Sacrifice. Yes, this is what happens when, yeah, this particular scene. Yeah, I've played this far. I bought that game, Bow Path of the Teal Lotus, because a little bit of Nine Souls. Yeah. Oh, so cool. One more track and then I'll analyze track number 7. I've heard this track, yeah. Swear, Twitter's opinion on everything and anything is so incredibly invalid and mostly just negative. There's like no point on even engaging in a decent conversation about anything related to Twitter. There's nothing positive coming out of Twitter. Someone could post their best, most hard-earned win and people would still find a way to shit on it. There's just no point. What the fuck is Perry Slop? So fucking stupid. Perry Slop. I like Asta Libre, yeah. Okay, hopefully this is the right track. I don't think this is. No, it's not. Silver Point. Children of... I don't see Silver Point here. Track 7. This is track 7. Oh, wrong game. I'm sorry. Oh shit, hold on. My bad. We're good. Game 13. I will say I did love the parrying in Doom, to be honest. Mostly the problem with Doom for me was just that it it just becomes like just a bunch of colors on the screen. So I felt like that kind of pulled me out of it. But also, I'm not crazy about first person shooters. I mean, I think it's cool that they tried something new. But like Doom is kind of funny because it's like purple color, green color, but that doesn't mean it's not fun, right? It's just like, that's a personal preference about what you like. I actually thought that the parrying in Doom was pretty fun. My favorite part about Doom, the Dark Ages, of what I played about 7 hours of, was the shield throw. So, Doom is perfectly fine. That soundtrack is not exactly I mean, it's inspired, but I wouldn't say it's exactly like, truly like a revelation or anything like that. I think it's really hard to come off of the like Mick Gordon uniqueness that Doom had sort of encapsulated, but of course we all know how that story went. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Doom the Dark Ages was just a little bit like, okay, it's a color, okay, purple, red, green, but it's okay. That's awesome, Sarah. Well, they call this Towel Rock. So, oops, I just replayed the same track over. Sorry. Friend slop. Thank you. Thank you. It's definitely underrated. I'm kind of surprised that it never really picked up the steam that it kind of deserved, because it really is a phenomenal experience. Nine Souls, what I played. These tracks, the tracks in general, do such a good job of space, lots of space. This game is so well polished that I feel like it should have done what Clair Obscur was able to do. Yeah, it's a bummer, but I mean, hey, some things have a cult fan base, and that's okay, Plus, you never know how a sequel will go. Like, I think all these tracks have been incredible, because it's like, how do you create ambiance without sounding generic or boring? And I think that's a corner that is incredibly difficult to navigate, and Nine Souls does it really well. I played up to the first boss, but after my Sekiro win and my Armored Core win, I've been kind of itching for it, to be honest with you. It definitely didn't. I love how the inner voice ends up just being like soft upper register piano. The art book is 400 pages? Wow. I like how that develops slowly, but it always retains the melodic center of the piece, and it develops, but it stays like within the core, which I'm just repeating myself, but I find it really interesting how, you know, it kind of breathes. It's really interesting. Oh. This chant sounds like this because aren't they using the sacrificial souls? And there's a sci-fi tech area. That is, those feel like the screams of the dead, or like the soon to be dead. Because this area is protected by those guards, the red guards. It's complicated. Aren't the 9 souls the 9 people he has to fight? Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember. I forget when I played this last. Let me see. I should check. Oh yeah, last I played was February 10th. About 4 hours playtime. I love the sped up. Memory of you. Also, again, when I say OST listen, I mean truly we're listening with some tracks analysis. Gosh. That's all about like responsibility and duty, you know? God, it's so beautiful. Oh my God. Honestly, there's so many tracks in here that pass the car test. You know, that you can listen to in the car. It's a really big barometer for me. Like, can a game pass Can 90% of a game's tracks exist in the car while you drive or like on your commute? And if they do, then it passes the car test. Right now the tiers are full, Indigo, but we're gonna shift a little bit here in a second. So this is the robot, right? I should try to play this in the next couple years. I meant months, like August. Okay, so this is track 13, Crossing Blades. So this will be, this boss. Yes, I actually love this track. General Ying Zhao. So I'm going to stop and start as we go, probably about 3 times just for the sake of time, since it's a very long soundtrack. So for the sake of just stopping, one of the really dope things to me about this particular track is the fact that we connect the cybernetic with the organic, which is really, really dope, because up until now, well, I shouldn't say that, because we do get some vocals and stuff, but in general, like we've kind of leaning more towards the vocals have done a great job of humanizing this experience, but I think here is really where we get our first like big rhythmic thrust. Where here things change. Now, up until now, in terms of like just from my own experience up until this boss, the fight itself, the fights themselves are fine, right? Like you don't really fully understand just how difficult the game is going to be and how the game will actually throw hands at you, and until this moment. And I think what I find really cool about this is that we have a meditative, almost, just consistently, not almost, it's a consistently repetitive rhythmic pattern that I think allows us, like with many games, to enter into the state of flow so that we're thinking about jumping. We're thinking about, leaping. We're thinking about ducking. We're thinking about when to hit, when to back off, when to block, when to parry, so on and so forth, right? And this is the first time we really get that taste of that. And it's interesting because this boss is both cybernetic and an animalistic, has animalistic qualities about it, because is basically a centaur, right? But it's interesting how we get the chant and the like sort of like twinkling of the bells, while then underneath we're getting this heavy hit with the rhythm that constantly is moving us forward, towards the goal of defeating the thing. But in order to get there, I think it's also really cool how the vocals have this sort of stripped away, very borderline nasal projection onto them, which I think sets us up for this almost I don't know, it's kind of supernatural. The singing quality in that is very undoctored, really raw, extremely natural sounding, which the slight press of it almost makes it seem metaphysical or mystical. And it's cool how these things happen through manipulation of the voice or through a specific style of singing. The other thing that I think is really cool is that it feels like, well, hold on, let me keep listening really quick. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of a whirlwind that kind of occurs. What ends up happening there is that we get this sort of whirlwind that is almost inhuman, right? And I think that's because we're dealing with, this sort of cybernetic centaurian humanoid, where we still have some aspects of like an essence of humanity or something, but it's almost like it's been transformed and pulled away from that humanity. So it's interesting how it has the constant rhythm, the bells, the chimes, the vocals, and all of it's sort of whirling really effectively. Oh yeah. And to me, it was almost as if, hang on, I gotta kill this mosquito really fast. Hold on. So the drop there is really cool because the drop kind of makes you be like, okay, you did that, now try this. You know what I mean? It's almost like the drop sets us up for what's to come and how to sort of double down and find it within ourselves to then accomplish the task, right? Which is defeating General Ying Zhao, right? Like that's the emotional impetus of the drop like that. Not only that, but it also sounds really fucking cool, right? So like theoretically, you could say like that's the only real thing that's all about. Like it doesn't necessarily have a deep subtext, but it's our responsibility as music enjoyers and game enjoyers to consider what the detailed subtext is for ourselves. Like what does that drop feel like to you? You know what I mean? Which is really cool. And notice too that we've never lost sight of that rhythmic pulse, which is really interesting. The song makes you think of Nier because of the this is essentially like it's called white voice. So you also hear it a lot in Slavic stuff. It's a real like kind of folky, pulled back. There's not a lot of pretense in the sound. It's very raw, and I think it does a great job of creating feelings of high stakes, of tension. It's very basically a kind of a scream, which is really fascinating. And opera also, they say, is called beautiful screaming because that style of singing is very like there's not a lot of vibrato behind it, if any. It tends to be very, very like almost like spread mouth, very, very, very frontal. In the hard palate, like it's not raising the soft. That's raising the soft palate. That it really just sounds like it's just coming right out the mouth. It's quite visceral. Yeah. Super cool. I mean, it's such an amazing track because there's so much body in that. And I think, like, really, it's a great track to set you in the mood for, like, you know, essentially the track does a great job of showcasing tension and also meditation, which it's all about, like, keeping up this forward momentum. And also, if you think about it, you know, there is a sort of religious undertone loosely, whatever religion that is in this game. You know, it feels like it's a mystical sort of higher than the self experience. And I think that this theme really does a great job of continuing that soundscape, even with the boss battles, where it feels like it's bigger than you. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Taoism. Yeah, right. Exactly. Super sick theme. I think that's the third time I've heard it. And I also heard it while playing it. And I remember being like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Okay, track number 14. Boom, boom. Oh, I love that rhythm. Sounds like it's done with pots. That's so unique. Wow, that's cool. Wow. A place for restless souls. Wow. Wow. I almost cried at that. That was so fucking beautiful. The vocals in there were just so exceptional. Just... oh my God. Yeah, I enjoyed my time with Symphony of the Night. I didn't finish the Inverted Tower, or Inverted Castle, but I liked it very much. Absolutely love the flutes in here. I love the percussion in that so much. Again, I mean, it's just about continue to move, right? The whole thing is about movement. The whole thing is about keeping going. Oh, Faded Memory. Hey, Potato, what's up? It's a new stream. I'm always streaming. Well, it was definitely 2 years ago, Indigo, so appreciate you sticking around. Love that. I love this. The way it vibrates and sounds on the right with the pulsating violin there. Is it Arhu? It sounds like Arhu, yeah. It's gotta be. Yada ya. Wait. Isn't that the motif we heard earlier, but with the Arhu now? Yeah. It's gotta be. Oh, you're welcome, Cauldron. Okay, Stargazer. I love how emotional tracks inevitably have like a piano, you know? There are ads on YouTube? What? I love Temple of Growth. This is cool. I love the idea that there's a rhythm and a speed and an energy to growth. I absolutely adore this track. This is so cool. It's like stacking on itself. Again, the drone with the percussion. Holy shit. I love the slight dance here. It's almost it has this like inspired sound quality to it, as if to say like it doesn't matter, you still got it. Especially with a little bit of the clash with those instruments. It's really cool. That's so cool. Malice? I'm trying to not look at the video anymore, so in case that you get confused that why I'm looking over here, it's because I don't want to look at the spoilers on the screen. This almost has a horror element to it, doesn't it? This constant sense of like dread almost. It's oppressive. It's pushing down on you. It's pressing against you. It's almost it's scary. It's actually extremely dangerous. Whispering is such an evocative thing to do. Oh, there's more. There's 75 tracks. Dude, you don't need to do that. You're already... Come on, man. Shout out to Collector Teo, sorry for requesting this track and then also donating $100. You really don't have to do that. Thank you so much. It's okay. Thank you. It's very thoughtful of you. I appreciate that. Is this a boss fight still? It's so otherworldly. It's so otherworldly. Dude, the EDM-y, like, breaks. This is an insane track. This is so good. It's almost like the boss is manipulating the sound itself. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. I don't want to look at the images, but holy shit. Oh god, that's so good. You know what's funny is that this almost feels like a water theme. Or like a forest theme or something. God, the aesthetic is just unreal good. Still a deformity in the sound too, which is cool. I love the way the percussion. It almost has this leaping sound quality. I love like a bare bones flute because, you know, that track really gives way to like inner reflection. This is Pipa? I think this is Pipa. I like the breeze and the wind too, you know? I appreciate how some of these tracks are very natural and then some of the other tracks are very not. There's this duality between synthetic and organic that I really, really like in this whole soundtrack. I don't know that it is the Pipa. What's the one that is it looks like a trumpet, but it's I thought that was the Pipa. I keep getting these instruments really messed up. I mean, the concept of Towelpunk is so fucking cool. Like as a music fan, I mean, it's unreal. Swana, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Swana, Pipa, yeah, different. adore this pulsating rhythm. God, I adore going from that hardcore heavy to this pulled back harp. Feels like tranquil, bright sky. Oh, I wish I was playing it right now. It sounds so good. It's exactly what I hoped it would be. I gotta play this in July. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. I adore that leitmotif. Is so lovely. It's almost like, you know, this character's leitmotif of like trying to like make peace with themselves. You know, like maybe they've been fighting, you know, this battle with themselves, and they're going down this path, but they still need to do it. But they also, you know, have this like reflective moment of like, is this the right thing? Am I doing the right thing for me? You know? Oh God, so good. Can't wait to see this stuff in context. How hard is Nine Souls compared to, say, Sekiro, which, you know, in theory is very hard? Oh, Nine Souls is easier? Oh, I love that name, Chuckle Nuts. That's hilarious. Rhythm. Oh, there's an easy mode too? Worst case scenario, story mode? Hey, that's awesome. I probably like it a lot. I really love Sekiro, so. Man, how cool is this little thing on the screen that shows you what track it is? Also, by the way, if you push exclamation song, you can get the link to the song, which is also dope. Oop, that's not. Wow. I absolutely love the background chant, especially. It's like a modern but traditional way of singing in this like sort of folk song element. It's so cool. God, I fucking love this soundtrack. It's so cool. I'm always looking for like classical music meets EDM, so this is like, you know, a variant of that. I love stuff like this because it's historical but also, you know, new at the same time. sustained chant. It's got that hallowed halls vibe, although I accidentally looked at the picture, so. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, it's so cool. My dream. I love this lovely, lovely, lovely introspective sections in between all the intense boss fights. There's also this music that is so self-reflective and also leans into a peaceful melancholy. It's so cool. That was... Wow. Ooh, boy, that is a fucking insanely cool track. Oh my god. Spoiling myself. What time is for track for 35? Okay. Trying not to. Huh? Dum, 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 dum. Oh! What? Oh my god, that's so cool. Whoa. Oh my god, love. Steadily increasing in volume is such a subtle thing. It's so cool. Wow. Oh, I've heard this. I love this track. This track got pretty far in a OST. What video was it? It was a video I did. God, I fucking love this track. Hey, Curly, what's up? All good. Oh my god, I want to play this right now! Love the electric guitar. Yeah. Oh. Cool. All right, 39, excuse me. No, 38. Wait, 38. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry. God, this has been so fun to listen to. Oh, I want to play it right now. Thank you so much. Sorry. Oh, cool. It expands on itself. Oh, that's fun. I love the plucking there and the bass is so cool. Oh, more, okay. I can't remember the last time I heard a tambourine in a fucking video game. What? Wow. It's almost like a dance, yeah? Wow. Whew. That's so funky. That's wild. Track 40. I'll be talking for track 45. Smile at my cursed dream. Lady Ethereal's theme. I'll be analyzing it. It's like being in a giant hall or something. Chat, thanks for letting me just like hang out too. Like it's really fun for me for these to just like absolutely listen to stuff and not just like sit here and try to like come up with stuff to say. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Dude, you... Thanks again, Calixto for... First of all, you don't need to give another 50. You don't have to pay me for all this. You already did. Everybody, please say thank you to Calixto for requesting this soundtrack. And One Shot next month. Or this month, I guess. Calixto actually emailed me and was like, please, what do I need to do? How much do I need to give? I said, hold on, I'll just open up a tier for you. So I appreciate that. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like tuning. This is the longest track of the game. It feels like prepping for something, you know? God, I need to play this. I
caught up to the stream.
Why is it so late? Thank you. Hey, Silk Song might drop this week for all we know. Did I just jinx it? Fake news. No, it's coming. That's so beautiful. I think they unveil it on the Xbox showcase, or it shadow drops this week for all you know. I don't know. Who knows? It's a big week this week, you know. It's a huge week this week. I had to cancel therapy. How big this week is. I saw a rumor that there's Ace Combat Belkin Zero, Ace Combat Belkin War, Ace Combat Zero is getting a remake. If that turns out to be true, I'm gonna shit myself. God, I hope so. My God. Song makes you want to eat a cucumber. It's like ever so slightly jazzy. It's very interesting. I love cucumbers, by the way. Don't eat too many or you'll have to poop. Wow, pretty. You don't know how much it pains me to have to look at the next track. Path of Sorrow. I see pink. I'm looking away. That's a good idea, actually. Hold on. Let me do that. Oh my god. So fucking cool.
The Nintendo Switch
Oh,
2.
what the fuck? That's a for later, not for right now. I was just trying to move over the window so I don't have to look at anything. Short and sweet. Okay. All right, track 44, Falling Down. The Nintendo Switch. Yes, Trin, yes. I meant to record it today, but I didn't get to it. Scared me. You put this on the same level as Outer Wilds? Wow. First song was Crossing Blades. I love the unison movement there. Yes, I think I'm going to play it in July. It's like a church prayer. Wow. I can't move it to June because June is Wind Waker and Stellar Blade. What the fuck? Well, I'm analyzing the next track anyway, so no worries there. It's amazing how the way that this starts with a bunch of hope, right? Because what you end up having is, dueling pianos in the upper register. Da da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee. That to me is actually like a sound of like the sun. It's a sound of embracing beauty, of majesty, even of desire, of respect, of adoration. It's interesting how. I know this is a big boss theme, but it's my curse. Smile at my cursed dream, Lady Ethereal's theme. But it's very optimistic, which is interesting to me. Now let's keep going. Holy shit. Oh. Holy crap, holy crap. All right, let's talk about it a little bit. I mean, wow, what an incredible song, because it's interesting. So the way it starts, like it starts kind of chill, right? Like it's just, obviously I didn't realize this at the time, but it's setting us up for the rest of the 3-minute piece. But then this is all about like, admiration, beauty, softness, and then Lady Ethereal strikes into action, and all of a sudden it's cool because we get this drum and bass pattern, and we really are sent off on this journey of basically almost chasing her down, of trying to match her tempo. But at the same time, what we really get is the sound quality of devilishness with that chant. And then you also get like sort of the half note step down doubling there, which is incredibly evocative, because it showcases that like things are not as beautiful as they may seem, even though musically and visually we may be looking at something that is absolutely like divine to look at. But the actuality is that there's something very dangerous here at play. Now obviously it's a boss, so like that's like obvious, right? But the way that we have this very controlled sort of yodeling slash really releasing of it's kind of like a primal scream. I think that is interesting because it feels very controlled, even though it's very visceral. And so I think it's an intentional thing to release that sound, because I mean, when people scream, it's usually like a big shout and it's kind of done, whereas this is very, 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 very like laser focused, intentioned shouting, right? And what I find really interesting about it is that it gives way to the idea that beauty is only surface deep, and there's actually something quite dangerous and nefarious underneath. And of course it's called Smile at My Cursed Dream, so it's almost as if like she's back against the wall. There's no other options for her but to decide to just fight and be interact with you in a malicious way. Hold on, I want to keep There's also a bit of like almost like rewinding, or I feel like there might be some teleportation that happens here as well, because the way that it stops and starts is really interesting, because it sharply pivots and rewind, almost like a stutters, which is also very cool, because that is a manipulation of time and space. Because when you think about music is not something we can typically hold on to. And we're very lucky that we live in a digital world where, we can listen to things over and over and over. But in general, I mean, music and singing is something that once it goes up into the rafters, once it comes out, it's over. And it's stunning how this kind of thing is really, it's almost like, Lady Ethereal has power to manipulate time and space, and you may be going towards her front, but then suddenly she's behind you, and you have to then turn around and quickly parry, let's say, or something. It's very interesting. I can't really describe to you what she probably looks like, but I would assume she's got a really flowing outfit and is very ethereal is such an interesting word. But I'm really amazed at how also underneath we still get that momentum, and I think that really showcases elegance and elegant and represents her grace, even though she's incredibly deadly. Anyway, that's the breakdown. I mean, that ended up being more like a guessing game, but hopefully I connected the music to the ideas. It seems like I was pretty accurate, which is always nice. What can I say? That's what happens when you do it for 10 years. I'm not saying it was perfect or anything, but it's pretty dope. I really liked that track. That track was very cool. Also really appreciate how on the nose it is. I think it does a great job actually to showcase and highlight how how impactful the music can be at telling the story. And you know, it's the best part, honestly. It's one of the like fundamental parts about what makes video game music so fucking cool, right? Yeah. Super dope. Nintendo Switch 2.
Today I'm playing.
Fuck, sorry. I'm like sitting here trying to not look at spoilers. And Fireborn has a video talking about how good Nine Souls is. And so I was like, ooh, let me click on that to watch it later. And then it played. So. Ooh. Fuck, man, I want to play this like tomorrow. No, I can't. I have to work. Because it's only 27 hours. I'll beat it tomorrow. play through it in one day. No, I can't. I have to film tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm gonna stress out about missing. I have to. I have a few sponsors I have to do. No, I can't. I really want to, but. I have to be responsible. Streaming is not my job. YouTubing is my job. Streaming is my second job. I can't Thursday because that's when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out and I have to play an $80 Mario Kart. No, I wouldn't want to rush through Nine Souls anyway. The Nintendo Switch 2. No, I've literally picked it up like 3 times with the intention of playing it off because I wanted to play it for myself. Because the aesthetic is just fucking phenomenal. But I just haven't. And now that I'm listening to this, it's like, well, I have no reason to not. So. I love drum stuff like this. God. The VOD will be here. Thanks, Evelyn. No problem. There's a track like that in Blasphemous 2 that I absolutely adore. That's just percussion. Cool. How Metroidvania is this, by the way? Like, would it be really easy to navigate, or is it the type of thing? Because I would probably allow back seating for that, because I don't like to actually. It's one of the parts of that genre that I hate the most. Nine Souls is fairly linear. Okay, so maybe when we will definitely play it. So maybe when we get there, if I get lost, I'll ask for directions, and then yeah, okay. Okay. My problem is just remembering where to go. It's part of the reason why I wasn't crazy about Hollow Knight. I did like Hollow Knight, and I finished it in 2018 right around the time when it first came out. But I wasn't like so smitten with it that everybody else is. Oh, okay, that's good. I mean, yeah, the story sounds really amazing too. What the fuck? The Pennywise. That's funny. My dad used to do Tao Te Ching a lot. Or no, what the fuck am I even talking about? No, disregard what I just said. I think I've read the Tao Te Ching. It was a long time ago. I had a period in my life where I was really interested in Taoism and Buddhism. No, sorry, I meant I Ching. My dad was really into I Ching. He had a whole book about I Ching. Yeah, there are no issues here on my end for the stream. You might just have to refresh. Well, believe it or not, there are other people in here as well, so. Looks like you're not talking to yourself in this case. I love the glimmering, the stuff. So I'm so sorry. The glimmering, Thank you, Sauce. Appreciate it. The sustained bowing is just so magnificent. It's like so beautiful. You can just feel that it's like, you know, it's just this deeply reflective, like pensive loss. You know, it's incredible how like it can be composed 10 different ways. And still the fundamentals, why am I saying that with an accent? The fundamental aspects of it, you know? Beautiful. You've heard people say that the area music in Nine Souls isn't very good. I don't understand that. But by what standard? That to me means that they're like comparing it to something else, but like by what standard? That's interesting that people would say that. The ambiance here is fantastic. Oh, the Hollow Knight standard. I love how much Chinese opera really tells a story with its voice. It always feels like it's narrating a story or telling a story versus presenting a story. It's almost like everything is like a cautionary tale or something. I don't know the ins and outs of Beijing or Peking opera, right? But like there's something about the way that it's sung that's so incredibly like very precise, even though it seems like it wouldn't be, or it seems like there's a bleedy vibrato, but it's incredibly interesting. It's definitely an acquired source. See you, Morales. Okay. Dope. That is so audacious. That is so cool. This is going on my gym playlist for tomorrow. I'm back at the gym doing compound lifts. This shit fucking slaps. This is so fucking good. Oh my god, that's insane. Like, the fucking brain to come up with this shit is monumental. And not only do you introduce, picking opera, but you also just take it and say, watch this. It's such a insane. That is insane. Oh, God. Also, just friendly reminder, let's try to keep our spoilers limited or super abbreviated, just so that I can go into this as blindly as humanly possible, which at this point is becoming slimmer and slimmer. But yeah, I want to play this ASAP, and I'll definitely stream it. This shit is incredible. I saw references to characters earlier. Wow, Mongolian throat singing. It's okay, your enthusiasm is appreciated. Bro. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Y'all better thank Kalitayo. It's because of them we're doing this. I appreciate that. Thank you. Chat, how balanced is my voice versus the music? Is it pretty good? Like, am I able? Can you hear me talk over the music? All right. All right, cool. Finally, we figured out the balance with the new PC. All right, cool. Thanks. I love this. Is like it has a very much temple vibes. The heavy percussion in it too is sick. Perfect. This is so fun to listen to, by the way. The forward momentum is just delightful. Like, this is why I love my channel, because we get to like sit down and like vibe and talk about, you know, as specifically as we want or as loose as we want about how awesome video game music is and how special like something like this is. So someone might listen to this and be like, what is this? And then find a random track and all of a sudden they're like become obsessed with the game, you know what I mean? That's so fucking good. I pretty much liked every single track. Maybe the one ambient track that was 7 minutes long. Okay. But I mean, like, I didn't hate it. I just would rather be hearing it in the game, probably in that context. The sealed wine. All right. I'll talk in 3 tracks. This is real orchestration. I don't think these are VST instruments. I will say, not to directly compare Hollow Knight to this, but Hollow Knight's orchestration is super digital. Which is not a detriment per se, but there's something to be said for the fullness of this. This sounds like real music, like real Arhu, real. I love the space in that. Ah, okay. Don't get me wrong, I actually like Hollow Knight soundtrack quite a bit. Not poo-pooing it. There have actually been several tracks in this while listening to it that I've had like the overwhelming feeling of crying. Isn't that strange? It's like the space is so... Oh, that's like so peaceful. There's that meditative thing, you know? It like hits the bell chime. The like meditation gong kind of. The thing that you would use to like wake up from a meditation session. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll cry when I play the game. Yeah, right. Me? I don't cry in games. That's ridiculous. When's the last game I cried at? Well, it was exactly 2 games ago that I wept. No, I cried at Clair Obscur. I did cry at Undertale, but also Clair Obscur. Fucking ugly cried at Clair Obscur. Wow. Speaking of Undertale, one of the dental hygienists at my dentist knew who I was. She's like, I saw your Undertale playthrough. I was like, you did. Thankfully she wasn't cleaning my teeth. That would have felt a little bit too weird. I was like, thank God it wasn't like my fucking, I don't know, just like some random nurse checking my balls or something, you know? Sorry, TMI, but that would be even worse. She's like, wait, do you have a YouTube channel? I was like, yeah. She goes, oh, I've seen your Undertale stuff. I was like, oh, cool. Like, great. I was like, may you never clean my teeth. Yeah, One Shot. Yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that too. I'm looking forward to listening to One Shots this month. I'll listen to it. No, I'll listen to it like we are listening to this. This is really gorgeous. How can people say, you know, this is really ambiance done right. It's not like classic ambiance. Like there's, it's very placid. A lot of this is very placid. Tons of space. I like that we have these big moments where we have hardcore EDM, you know, Tao punk, whatever the hell it's called, Tao, whatever the, and then you have these moments that are deeply introspective, and to me they feel like they're reflective of the journey, rather than being like, you know, character pieces. They feel very. They're very... Have I read Le Petit Prince? Of course. I've also seen the opera. Really? One Shot has thematic nods to the Petit Prince? Or the Petit Prince? The Little Prince? Such a beautiful little book, isn't it? I played the first like 5 minutes of One Shot. Or One Shot, yeah. G's in 2, which is the song I'm breaking down. Oh. Beautiful open ah vowels. Ah. Well, 8-Bit's theory, 8-Bits is going to be better than mine because he actually goes into the theory. But we'll talk about emotional resonance. It's basically just Gregorian chant. Okay. G's theme. To me, not to cut it there, to me, this piece really symbolizes a fall from grace. This really symbolizes, especially with that beautiful, beautiful structured and layered chorus that's just all just straight vowels like that, straight ah vowels. To me, this is a deity that has had a fall. This is a character that is pushed to within an inch of their life. This is a character that is broken and saying, I can't, there's like almost like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? There's almost this feeling of like being like, what you, as if you wouldn't have done the same thing. Now I know obviously the loose premise of the game, but it's like, to me, the break core is the more momentum. And then what I find really interesting is that there's this feeling of with the ah vowels, it's the reverence, you know, you know what I mean? Let me keep going. Slight dissonance there. Yeah. You feel how actually now here we get this really, it's very subtle, but we get a natural build up, which is really cool. So we're getting ba, 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 build. It's very subtle, but we're building in a climactic crescendo slowly over time, as if to note that the rage or the violence or the agitation increases exponentially as the fight goes on. There's like a loosening of the shackles, you know what I mean? Like it's very cool. Yeah, but no spoilers. I was actually going to say that, though. Hold on. It's interesting, you know, because, well, Bud made a really interesting point there that said the merciful end of an immortal who witnessed too much and lived too long. And I was literally, as I read that, going to say that to me, the strings are actually a plea to be put out of one's misery, which is kind of funny. There's a real beautiful feeling there in the openness on those string chords, sort of ascending, like it's almost like please, you know, please. There's a real plea in that sound, a begging almost. And it actually, when the chorus comes in and we have that openness, ascending growth, to me, that's actually the first time that, maybe not the first time, but a definitive moment when the music is written in a boss theme written for us, the player, or the character rather, John Nine Souls, to do something. Right, like that's actually the big thrust there. It's so incredibly powerful. What an amazing piece of music there. Again, it's only like 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and yet there's so much story baked in that. It's so powerful. Really beautiful. Last Man Standing. Oh, this is cool. They played before, yeah, but it's like a reprise. those drums, dude. I love the flute too, man. That's so cool. Is this a sewer? Hey, Mr. Ghost. I feel like the game name Popucom is the worst possible name for a game. See ya. These are Bayer Dynamic DT770s. Thanks, Orchid. Don't worry about it. I played Outer Wilds, Curio. Sennheiser's a great brand. This mic is a Sennheiser 416. No, I didn't like Outer Wilds enough to play the DLC. It's not my style of game. I'm glad I did it, but I didn't like it as much as I think a lot of other people do. I think a lot of people love that game, and I appreciated it, but I wasn't. It would have been kind of frustrating. Yeah. I know, it's probably a bummer. Totally. I can't remember if chat was aggressive for that or not, but I remember feeling like I really wanted to play it on my own, but chat was constantly like pushing for certain directions, so I had to hide the chat, and then I remember being frustrated. I also just, I think in my like YouTube journey at the time, I was also kind of, I don't know, I just like, I was kind of banging my head against the wall, and I didn't fully understand. Like puzzle games are really difficult for me because I don't think analytically per se. Like, I mean, I do, but I'm much more of an emotional person. I do tend to get frustrated as a gamer when things are not clearly laid out for me. It's like, that's the kind of games I enjoy playing, is like more deliberate, like path ahead, clear as day kind of experiences. Like, I get really overwhelmed by too large open world maps like Skyrim or Oblivion, even though I'm enjoying Oblivion. You know, like I kind of need a little bit of guidance without it being too linear, and it's odd. But then like The Witcher 3 is like one of my most played games. Same with Red Dead. I mean, I don't make sense, but it's just a matter of taste ultimately, I think. Yeah. The comments were very condescending. I remember that. Wow. Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I love Sekiro, so I feel like this is going to be a no-brainer for me. I love the chimes like this. Yeah, we have about 12 songs left. A game I love the OST of, but don't like the game. There's gotta be one. Let me look. I mean, it'd have to be the other Outer Wilds, to be honest. This also sounds super like tuning. Crazy. I think that's actually A440. Well, if you're saying that this is easier than Sekiro, hey, thanks, Kaito. Wow. Wow. Huh? I love the clanging. Again, this is a unorthodox instrumentation. Is so cool. Oh, sounds like wind or. Okay, we got zombies in Nine Souls. Love that the lower voice there is fantastic. That's cool. I'm sorry. Yeah. Now why you gotta tell me there's a true ending? Come on, man. Even saying that means that there's an ending that I didn't know about. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Why you gotta even say it? Classic Undertale problems. Love that. Ooh. Wow. iGong's theme. Okay. Shit was insane. Whew. Shadow of Penglai. If you see something that's a spoiler, just pick an emoji and I love how much space we're even now. There's this vastness of space, and this is that theme. This is that leitmotif. God, I can't wait to play this. If you see a spoiler, post the side eye emoji, would you? Just move it up my screen so I don't see it. Love the way the strings slide like that. It's such an emotional thing, you know? So beautiful. Last wish. The fuck does that mean? Don't answer that. Oh no, we're almost done. Wow, this has been sad. This is a very long OST listen, and I'm actually like bummed out it's almost over. Same thing there. Do, 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 do. Single flute. Nintendo Switch 2. I'm so sorry. That lower voice chant's so cool. Oh, all right. I have to analyze this. What? Oh. Oh. Wow. You know what's weird? Oh, first of all, Kali, I'm gonna attempt to analyze this, but I'm really more so I'm like so like in this state that I may not be able to like say anything too deep. But you know what's crazy? It feels to me weirdly that this almost feels like a family battle. Like it almost feels like the stakes are so high, and it almost feels, because we've heard this motif multiple times, I get the sense that like this almost feels like it's brother fighting brother, or there's a sacrifice that happens in this theme that reminds me very much of, without spoiling that game for you, Ghost of Tsushima, and I won't say more than that. But to me, this feels like it's that theme that we hear multiple times. It feels like a family theme. And now I don't know who Yi is, right? But the blockage that occurs there, like the barrier, especially with the strings and stuff, all of those, that all feels very much like a bond that has to be severed, that maybe wasn't we weren't anticipating having to sever. Like this doesn't feel like one of the souls, or one of the 9 souls, or maybe it is. But like what I love about it is just the strings really lean into the sadness of the whole thing. Like it's not a great ending, right? It's not a great experience. Hi, Bubba. Did you poopy? Did you go poopy? Did you go poopy? Oh, hey, my good girl. That's my good girl. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. I think it's just so stunning. So beautiful. I mean, especially with the strings. Obviously there's the breakcore and the forward momentum and the rhythm, because that's showcasing the intensity of a fight, because we still have to fight. But the strings plus the chant plus the fluidity of the legato is what gives way to this idea of like, well, maybe it's actually like a deeply unsettling and sad experience, so it's pretty amazing. Luna, go up. No, up. Up. Notice how it's... Oh, that's really cool. The horns in there are just incredible. Yeah, to me, that track ends up being a track about the duty of responsibility, but not the desire to actually do the thing that's required, right? There's that constant clash there. The chant, the strings are really emotional. I mean, like it's a heartfelt, almost a gut punch. It's not something that wants to have occur. It doesn't want to occur. There's really nothing that can be done though, because unfortunately that's just the way it is, right? So there's like a slave of duty kind of responsibility in that sound, especially with the strings and stuff. Now, obviously I don't know who Yi is, and chat's not going to tell me who Yi is until we get there. But like there's a real sense of like, fuck, I don't want to do this, you know, but what am I going to do? No, we have to, you know what I mean? Like it's a really exciting piece. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why that one was randomly muted. Is that it? No. like the wake up from your meditation there. Oh, okay. So now we're gonna watch this. So wait, Kelly, what's 75? What's track 75 for? Collage and someone music video plays the credits. Plays the credits. Maybe we'll skip that one if that's okay with you. All right, I'm gonna analyze this. The fuck is that? Sorry. What the fuck? Sorry, Adobe Audition. Okay. It's such an anime ending. It's so funny. Yeah, I mean, to me, this track is really about the power to continue, the power to go on, the power to engage in, what needs to be done. You know what I mean? Regardless of life and death, like the purpose here is to, rise up against these obstacles. And part of that is, it's interesting because her voice is very breathy, and the lyrics are very subtle. There's a lilt to the sound that is very evocative, I think, of this feeling of having to do something despite knowing the risks at hand, and choosing to say, I don't know what's going to happen, but like I have to keep going because that's the responsibility I have to this world, to the people I love, to whatever, there's an awesome, the verses are very subtle and very introverted and very introspective versus the chorus, which is very strong, as if to say, well, whatever, yeah, I may be afraid, but I have to keep going. You know what I mean? Like that's the thematic element there, I think. sick. And even in the end, I mean, I'm going to skip it just to avoid anything else. You know, even in the end, we get this incredible sense of like, you know, forthrightness and a pursuit of the thing that needs to have happen. You know what I mean? Like the action that's required, especially with that electric guitar, that's gumption, you know, that's movement, which is really, really awesome. Okay. And then what's this? Oh, just the main theme, Shan Wan's theme. It's like a new dawn is beginning. It's okay, I didn't see anything. I mean, I saw like a sun. It's nothing. Plus, that's all out of context anyway, so it should be okay. Whoa. Wow. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, like, that is just such an incredible soundtrack from beginning to end. What a treat that was. And I mean, I'm just so bowled over by that. I can't wait to play this game. I was going to take a break from playing harder games, but I guess I really can't. I'm going to try to get to it next Monday. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be here. Hold on, let me confirm my calendar. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. I still don't fully know that I'll be able to do it this month. I want to, but I really want to replay Stellar Blade and I really want to play Wind Waker. But you know, I think maybe towards the end of the month, ? Definitely in 2 weeks, I think, maybe around the 23rd of June. Certainly the first week of July, I definitely could. So I can't actually do it when I want to. Wow. I'm just so, that was a very, very, look, I mean, that's 4 hours. A stream like that usually can be very long. Insane, incredible soundtrack. I loved it from start to finish. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Callie, for your super chats here and everybody else that super chatted. And then also, obviously, thank you for requesting this soundtrack. I really appreciate that. It's just incredible. I'm really blown away by it. It's mesmerizing. So we'll definitely get it done in the next month and a couple weeks. So thank you everybody for hanging out and watching this. The 23rd will hopefully be the day to start it. I'm really, really grateful to have listened to this. This is just incredible. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. I'll talk to you later.